and it was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I knew my readers would love hearing about that experience. So I contacted a company that I wanted to work with, and I pitched the idea to them, and I said,
Today, I'm going to be picking the brain of writer, adventure travel blogger, and photographer Matthew Karsten from expertvagabond.com.
I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's do it. Sold off all my stuff that I wasn't using, got rid of my car, bought a bicycle and a bus pass, stopped going out to nightclubs and bars, that kind of thing, and really stuck to my mission of making this happen. I'm working my butt off all the time, and I wrote some ebooks about photography and nightclub promoting, actually, and was learning how to sell those online to have an additional income stream, so I could keep traveling even when my savings ran out. It took about a year before I saw anything, and I planned for that in advance. The first money that came in was from advertising. They're still on my site, but they're not in places where my regular readers will see them. These are getting what they want, but it's not going to inhibit that reading experience at all. Kind of the turning point, I think, in my blog was when I was invited by the South African Tourism Board on a 2-week press trip. Come check out our country for 2 weeks, and if you want to write about something that you like, that's great. As long as I'm able to write honestly about my experiences there, I have no problem in, they'll provide accommodation, sometimes send us out on activities, take us out to restaurants, and I can stay an extra week or two after the trip and explore on my own a little bit, and so it's become kind of a part of my blog. If your blog is new, you can always write for other blogs. So you can say, I want to go to Mexico and experience what the state of Chihuahua has to offer, and in return, I'm planning on writing articles for this site and this site, but contact the websites, make sure that they're interested in articles like this. But you could totally plan your own kind of media trips that way. It's going to take work. That's the thing. It's not going to happen overnight. It took, like I said, it took a year before that happened for me, that I got invited on this thing. Some great advice I got from a couple different people, Dave and Deb from the Planet D and Gary from Everything Everywhere. The power of good photography, standing out from the crowd, doing interesting things, and building kind of a brand around yourself, and building relationships is important too. To be honest, I think a little luck is involved as well. Like with the South African tourism trip, that came out of the blue. I didn't have any relationship with them, and so when you think of building a blog, it's not just about going out and recording your experiences. There's a lot of other things that go into it. And I pitched some ideas to the Travel Channel, to editors at the Travel Channel's blog, and they liked them. So when you work with more established brands like that, it helps boost your respect level a little bit. So that's why I actively try to do that kind of thing. There's a lot of real travel writers out there. I have a lot of work to do myself, and I'm learning that it's a big world out there and can be complicated. Trying to pitch tourism boards or or travel companies without a media kit is, you just need one. I think you really need one. Otherwise, they're not going to take you seriously. It's spend a lot of time on before you hit that publish button. I'm spending more and more time just trying to get one post up. So I spend a lot of time rereading and editing it, and a lot of time on the photos. The thing is, you can just pitch companies themselves, smaller companies. So, for example, when I was down in the Yucatan area of Mexico, I really wanted to go scuba diving in a cenote, which is like an underwater cave. So I contacted a company that I wanted to work with, and I pitched the idea to them. And I said, if you let me experience this with your company, I'm going to write about it and share that experience with my readers. And so you can work on. You don't have to go for the big stuff right away. Start small and work your way up. Then every time you have one of those be successful, you can use that to sell the next company or the next tourism board.